For entrepreneurs, navigating your way to business success can be both exhilarating and exhausting. Whether you're changing locations, expanding, or leveling up production, wouldn't it be nice to have a business coach ride along with you on the journey? Well, buckle up. This is Business Ride Along. The KUDZUKIAN team has made drastic progress during their time with Mike Synk. Now he is looking to help them bring it all together. This week is all about the gap. Listen in as Mike Synk prompts the team to identify the gaps within the organization to get them to their 3-year highly achievable goal.
Hey, it's great to be back with you for another session. And I'm excited about this session because we're going to continue the conversation about strategy, but we're going to shift it to another area of emphasis. Now let's review. Strategy is about being different, right? It's not about being best, although you want to be the best, and the way you get to be the best is by being different that catches the attention of your clients. Okay, I want to take that external focus on strategy and shift it to internal. So what's the gap that our brand promise fills? We talked about brand promise. What's our brand promise?
Turnkey.
Turnkey.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Solutions oriented. Yeah.
Expertise.
You can count on us to do it all. You don't have to do too much.
One-stop shopping, right?
Okay, so you're filling a gap. And that gap is they don't have resources. They don't have time to deal with this. They don't know what they're doing with this. They just know they have to do it. So you're filling a gap. So think of KUDZUKIAN, you guys as the customer. I want you to examine KUDZUKIAN and let's figure out what the gap is. This session is about bridging the gap between 2021 and 2024. And there's a gap there. And I'm going to make this painfully aware. In 3 years, you're going from 8 to 36. That is a 450% increase. This is your sand that you're going to produce, remember?
Right.
It's not going to turn out exactly like this. We don't know exactly what the number and the split of all this, and in the next 3 years, you might find there's another whole category.
Right.
But we know you're going to be 341% busier. So there's a gap there. This is about bridging the gap between then and now, and how are we going to bridge that gap.
Hi, Michael Synk here. If our show, Business Ride Along, is opening your eyes to how you can grow your business, I invite you to enroll in the School of Rock and Sand. All the key concepts, exercises, worksheets that Larry and I work through, core values, core customers, brand promise, meeting rhythm, and more, are available in a convenient, self-paced class. And if you want me to ride along with you as you work your way through them, you can upgrade and get me for one-on-one coaching. I'm pleased to offer Business Ride Along fans a special offer, 10% off your enrollment in the School of Rock and Sand. To take advantage of this special offer, visit rockandsand.com/ridealong. Again, that's rock, the letter N, sand.com/ridealong. Hope to see you soon. Now, let's get back to the Business Ride Along.
So what I want to do is turn this conversation the same way we talked about your various core customers. We're just going to talk about one core customer, KUDZUKIAN. And I got a couple questions to ask you. Here's the first question. What's going to be so difficult about getting from here to here? What are the difficult things? Doesn't matter how big or these ideas are, but just we want to capture the ideas about what's going to be difficult that each one of you thinks about the jump from one to the other. Personnel. Write that down in big letter. So what's going to be the problem with personnel? We don't have enough?
That and then payroll, right? Well, payroll should resolve itself when we have the work. But finding the right person, the right people, the right fit for our company.
Right. You want to rip that off there?
All right.
So I'm just going to put difficulties. Personnel is going to be something you're going to have to work on. Okay? Who else has got something? And they don't all have to be about personnel. Okay? There's going to be other difficulties.
Equipment. It's going to be growth in equipment.
Okay. Give me this one, right? Equipment. Because technology is going to change, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are other problems? Difficulties. What are you going to struggle with?
Effective communication and timeliness.
Okay.
2 things, actually.
It's 2 things. It's okay to have 2. She gets bonus points. Okay. Effective communication. Asha, what do you mean? Elaborate a little bit more.
Internally, we have to be able to talk with each other effectively about what's needed, what's necessary for the different projects, for new projects,
And
or
this,
whatever.
in some ways, this is related back to this, because right now, how many people do you have to communicate about what's going on here?
Less than we will have in 2024.
But what do you got, 12 people? So you're going from 12 to how many do you think you might have to do this? Hopefully it's not going to be,
Maybe 20.
4 times, but it's going to be
Maybe
more
20.
people.
Maybe 20 people.
You think? Just that? I'm just going to put, you're probably going to have 24 or more people.
Yeah, it's very double.
Okay, and every time you add another person, it's another communication channel, and it continues to get complex and complex and complex. Right now, would you say you're one team that works on a multiple different things?
Yes.
Might there be several teams? And I don't even want to dictate that there's going to be a team just for events and just for video production, but there's going to be teams. You're moving to teams of teams that can do everything, right?
Right.
So, you're going to have to deal with process, and that's going to relate back to this effective communication, people knowing what the process is the teams working together. Things are going to change a lot all the time fast.
Right.
So you're moving from, I don't want to say you're comfortable right now. You're probably not. But it ain't going to be like what it is right now.
This session today was really, really helpful. Mike helped us identify some challenges that we've got coming, in bridging the gap between where we are today and the goals that we have. Helped us look at some of the personnel challenges, equipment challenges, and even some of our operational challenges, especially communication area. So I think this one was particularly helpful for us in helping bridge that gap to move us down the road.
You know how the old saying goes, what got you here won't get you there. And that's really where we are at KUDZUKIAN. We have a major rock to move as it relates to our personnel. And in order to move that rock, we got to identify that personnel and then actually make sure that they're in the right seat on the right bus. And Mike has done a great job in helping us understand that there's a gap from where we are today to where we're trying to be. And so if we are able to move this rock effectively, the personnel rock, we have a better chance of KUDZUKIAN reaching its full potential.
So what are the bridges? What are the 3 to 4? I don't want to have too many, but bridges that are going, when I say that, it's going to get us from 21 to 24. What are we going to have to be working on every quarter? Even though other stuff is going to come up, we've got to be focused on these things.
Personnel.
So, personnel. Can I put that up here?
Number 1.
So, personnel, talent development, everything about getting good people, training good people, growing good people, all that. What else comes out of here?
A process for effective communication to making sure one hand knows what the other's doing and making sure that we're communicating what we need and when we need it.
I'd say sales and marketing.
We need a salesperson.
I mean, because there's no way we're going to make that. That has to be a major bridge, because there's no way we're going to make those numbers without having a consistent sales
or business development
in place.
Would it be okay to say technology development?
Yeah.
So these are our 4 bridges we're going to have to cross. These two are related. Personnel and sales is related. Personnel and technology is related. So there's some crossover here. So on the bridge, what I really want you to think about, and I'm going to leave you with this for our next session, is what are the rocks that need to go on this bridge, this bridge, this bridge, and this bridge. I am really pleased with what we accomplished in this session. This is that proverbial session, you've heard the expression, when the rubber meets the road. That's what we did today. We've been spending a lot of time, until now, with big sky, strategic thinking, and now we can get down to planning and execution. So by creating these bridges from today to 3 years from now, the 3HAG, now Larry and his team has a way to sort out all the potential rocks that are in front of them, and there's lots of them. Blue sky is meeting the here and now, and that's the big thing we accomplished in this session. And I really can't wait until the next session where we can get down and dirty, which is what everyone's been waiting for, to get down and dirty about what we're going to do right now to make the company grow.
Next time on Business Ride Along, we will pinpoint the rocks that will push the KUDZUKIAN team and company forward.
KUDZUKIAN. Check out all your KUDZUKIAN favorites now. Download the KUDZUKIAN app, available on Android and iOS.